May you be well. May the living well that is El allow you to know that which you could say inside you dwells. The God theory is that there's a God that you can't see. He made everything in his image, or he at least made man in his image. And apparently he made everything else out of nothing. He's invisible. You can only know him through his alleged creation, because the creation he created in his image, except for the image that he's invisible. They even say no man has seen his face. Moses saw the tail end of his ass or his back of his robe or some degrading idea like that. No man sets face upon him, but he sent this son down who died in his name. I guess that son got his body back and is up in the space flying around somewhere with the father, or the son took the body back up to the father and now the father wears the body of the son, or the son is right next to the father on the right side. They never talk about the left side. And all this is real, and you should believe all this. And maybe as a child you believe Santa Claus, but when you grow up you start to realize Santa Claus didn't put the presents under the tree. When you grow up you realize God is not doing the things that are happening to you. They're a consequence of your own actions and karma. For you to assume or try to blame some devilish creature that the God then created for when things go wrong or you don't make the right decision, the devil did it. It's almost like they're teaching you to be a narcissistic with God, where everything is either the devil's fault or God's doing, but it's never on you. You remove complete, blame from yourself and your choices. It's if you get rewarded or something great happens, that wasn't you. God did it. You see how good he is. He's so good. He blessed you so much and he gave you blah, blah, blah. I couldn't do anything without God when things are going right. And the narcissistic sickness of God theory is then if something goes wrong, the devil did it, man. It was the devil's fault. He's wicked. He's got the whole world going wrong and the devil's creating all this chaos and he's destroying everything, making it bad for these people. But the same God that they worship and praise and give credit to created the devil, just making it go wrong for them when it goes wrong for them. But the God is making it go right. I mean, it's really unfortunate that the world is caught up in this and this has to be the thing that's spoken again to you or spoken again to the masses, but it has to be. There is no concept of a one God who made everything out of nothing and just said be and there it is, and now you want to sit here and debate hours about who he is, if he's real, if he's in this religion or he's the God of that religion, or he's in Hinduism or Buddhism in some new way or whatever bullshit invisible God theory you want to play. It's all false. There's a real energy in all people and in all beings and amongst us all. There's a real material and physical base for all life, and that physical base has life. And there's a real energy source for all life to absorb and animate and then begin to experience with. And none of it comes from the magical God of some place where no one can know or can be or has ever seen, but claims that's where they're going after they run amok down here doing whatever they say the devil made them do, pray to some bullshit confessional statement, and now they're off to the diamond gold filled streets of heaven. If you believe this, I hate to say it, but at best, you're indoctrinated or brainwashed. At worst, you have psychological issues. And your experience in this existence has been hijacked by what you call a higher being. But it's not a God. It's just a being that has taken over your perception of who you are and how you're supposed to experience this life or live this experience of being. It's certainly not the lie that you've been given to live. It's certainly not all the pollution and destruction you see going on all around you inside of the industries that completely make this world unnatural. The natural world is easy to experience, explain, and it's not made from magical theory of some God in outer space with his sun just poofing stuff out their backside saying, be, and here it all is, and all you must do is bow down and worship him 24 hours a day and 7 days a week like the angels who don't have free will, and you got free will, blah, 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 blah. At best, You're indoctrinated and brainwashed. At worst, you have serious issues with that energy that has, I hate to say, controlled you in such a way that you can describe it as what religions call possession. It really possesses you in such a way that you could never break free from it, even if someone showed you how illogical it is. That everything you see and experience comes from a God you can't see or experience. Everything that is and solid and is knowable comes from some being that isn't solid and knowable. That's insanity at best to believe that nonsense. But then when you realize how much it can be used for control and power over people, you say, okay, there's a reason why it exists now. But the same people who fall prey to it and believe in it are ruled and controlled by it through the powers that use it to rule and control, are sort of so diminished in some capacity that they don't even perceive that's why it exists. That's why the God theory and religion exists, because they use it for control and power over you. It's a mind control, it's a government control. As long as they say your God allowed them to do it, they do all manner of horrible things in the world. And you celebrate it, wear it on your honor and badge, and I'm this, I'm that, I'm a murderer, I kill in the name of the law. All these things you do with this God and his law and his religions. It's sad, it's sickness. Antichrist gonna try to do his best to wake you up. Lay is here, I'm L, we B, always below, always stay well. Stay in the living well. Stay living well, which inside of you is where you dwell with the best part of the being that is experienced, not this matrix of nonsense that you see they've created out of these theories like God and law and education and academia and all this bullshit. Get back to knowing who you are, get back to drinking the essence of life. Stop worrying about bullshit. Hydronate, fuck oxygenate, alkalitize, don't acidify. Get your mind right in a sense that you let your mind go. Follow your L. Live better in your own well, and you'll see how well you dwell in the well of L. L is who you be, never who you are. That's Amen Ra. But that's for another stage, that's for another moment. May Allah be praised. Nah, may Allah, may L stay well.